Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. So today we have another episode of Decent Defeats, episode 19 now, I believe. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, and today I've got a special being in the Object 268 version 5, the tier 10 Soviet premium tank destroyer, and I've got two decent defeats in this replay for you in this video. The first replay here on Airfield, we are actually platooned up with Swindle 321 and our friend You Got Razored. So we're on Airfield. I've decided that I'm going to try and push the sort of right hand side, and initially I was thinking of maybe playing a little bit passive and trying to use my fantastic concealment, what this tank has of 250 concealment, and just see if I can get any shots. But our light tank doesn't seem to want to be pushing up any further. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to take somewhat of an aggressive play and try and get in a position to spot for myself. But it is a little bit risky, if I'm honest, because if I do get detected here, I'm going to be able to get shot from multiple angles potentially, especially when I'm trying to get into position. But I want to try and get there to see if I can provide covering support for my platoon mates. So we get to this rock here where we've got a little bit of bushes to give us a bit of protection. Unfortunately, this Yazzie is kind of in an awkward position because if he pokes high enough on this ridge, he's actually going to detect us. I'm trying to get into a position where I can shoot these tanks on the left here. Unfortunately, I got detected, but I haven't actually got targeted yet, so they're not kind of, well, I'm spotted, they're not really alert to me right now. And now I'm in a position that when they hopefully try and push our friendly heavy tanks, I can try and get some cover. But like I say, this is very, very, very risky. We've got this enemy Soviet heavy tank which is completely turned to face us. So I'm hoping that maybe our heavy tanks will be able to just push up and actually shoot him in the rear, because he's, like I say, he's just focusing us right now. But obviously that's not really happening. So I'm just trying to stay a little bit patient. I need him to poke a little bit higher so I can shoot him with this 850 Alpha tank this tank destroyer has. It is actually pretty filthy, this tank destroyer, because it has mobility, a little bit of armour, fantastic concealment, and an 850 Alpha gun. So it can be very, very, very capable. Now the heavy tank backs up just as enough to get a nice shot straight through the engine, setting them on fire, rolling for over 1,000 and picking up 1,000 assistance as well. But like I say, it is an awkward situation because I'm concerned about that Yazzie on the right, who's unfortunately pinning our friendly platoon mate as well. I think Swindle's saying that Yazzie's causing a bit of a problem for him. But I can't really poke the Yazzie right now because I'm concerned they've still got 3 tank destroyers in their team. One of them's a T-30, which is over here looking for shots on us. And I don't know if the other tanks, is there any covering down the sort of A, B sort of area. Sometimes there's tank destroyers covering them. This T-30 is looking for shots. You see, he knows very well where I am, and it is a little bit of a problem for me. I'm hoping that our heavies might be able to win that and then push forward, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I think this Yazzie is causing a little bit of problems for like Swindle right now, and I am thinking about going in to get a shot in him. But like I say, I'm concerned that I've got a T-30 looking at us, potentially stuff on the hill behind covering the Yazzie, that I might go in, get a shot in the Yazzie, kill him, and then completely die because I'll be stuck in the open. We are losing this, well no, we're actually winning this game, sorry, right now, or we were winning this. It's even on 10v10. So it is a very, very close game. I haven't really done that much yet. I've got about 2 pens in really, but I did get a fire to sort of boost our damage. But now I'm thinking, right, do I just go over and kill this Yazzie? You see here, I'm just watching T-30 to make sure he's not going to get a shot in us. The Yazzie's just fired. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of this tank. I'm just going to get rid of it and hope there's not much covering him. We aim our shot. We do take care of the Yazzie. Now I am in an awkward position because I am spotted in the open on the map. I'm going to try and use this rock to keep us protected. Thankfully, it looks like there isn't any tanks on the right-hand side, so that is very, very good. Otherwise, we'd be getting shot by those. Try and get a shot into the E6. It was a bit of a snapshot. But you don't hit it if you don't try. And now we're just trying to stay safe. There's an enemy Waffle E100 is looking to kill us. Hopefully he doesn't just drive out and take us out. We get a shot damaging his engine, sort of tracking him in place there for a second. I think the Waffle's fired at least 2 shells right now. but he could still potentially finish us off with those remaining shells if he isn't already on the reload. Trying to get one into for his turret. I do roll in for 902, putting him onto a one-shot. Light tank's coming behind me. I can't completely turn for his tank yet. Now I should be able to finish this tank off, trying to keep my rear to the wall so he can't take me out. Not too sure what happened to that shot though. That is a little bit awkward because now he's got lots of opportunities. I want this tank just to be taken out so he doesn't get behind us, and plus he's just keeping us detected. But I should have a final opportunity getting that kill shot, and I do. Put myself on to about 4,000 damage with 3 kills. And now we're in a 6 versus 3 situation, so you'd think we'd be fairly comfortable with getting the win right now. I am only on 400 hit points, but you know, this starts to go a little bit worse. Suddenly we're now in a 5 versus 3. I'm being very careful with that E6 because he could potentially one-shot us if he gets lucky. So I'm just going to try and pull up now. Now that E6 is backed up. Unfortunately, the E6 does take out a platoon mate. You got raised in the bat chat. Wasn't a great deal I could do about that. And now we're suddenly in a 4 versus 3. So it's gone from a 7 versus 3 to a 4 versus 3. These tanks are pushing our heavy in the low ground. Now I'm going to try and see if I can get a shot to help this tank out. They are pretty much on full hit points, so I've got an opportunity to pick up a lot more damage out of this game. But I'm only on a one shot. I get a nice shot into E6, which should kill the E6, but I low roll massively for I hit him for about 730, which, considering I've got 850 alpha, is quite the low roll. And that is going to actually prove to be a bit of a nuisance for us because, you know, an E6 is a very dangerous tank. If we could have evened up the scores there, it would have given us an opportunity to basically be fighting just an enemy sharpshooter and an enemy E100, which we could have been able to. You know, the E100 is not I'm not too worried about the E100 just because he's got, you know, he's slow. I can outmaneuver it. I can outspot them. The other 2 tanks are more so of a problem. I'm trying to hopefully get into a position to cover our friendly heavy tank. I'm not trying to keep my distance as well though, because like I say, I am so low if I get full scent. I don't know how many hit points the sharpshooter is on right now. Our heavy tank sets the sharpshooter on fire and puts him onto a one-shot to us, which is great. I'm hoping our heavy tank can just stay alive for as long as possible, so I can just try and get in a position to cover him. I'm thinking maybe I've made a mistake going this far out because our heavy tank has now got taken out by the enemy sharpshooter. I think the heavy tank gets set on fire as well, so the sharpshooter getting a bit of a revenge, and that puts us into a 1 versus 3 situation. And yeah, this is not good just because I don't have the hit points. E100 is like pretty much, well, it is full health. Try and get a shot into E100. We do manage to land one straight through his drive or damages his engine, putting us onto about 6,000 damage, and just weakening up that E100 to a 2-shot to us now. But now I'm going to try and these mediums are the problem. I don't want to be snuck up on by the mediums. So I'm trying to just poke here to see if I can spot them coming in, and then we can try and get a shot in. But I only have 5 degrees of gun depression, and I've quickly realised this is going to be a little bit of an awkward situation for me to be in, fighting those mediums. E100 gets spotted. I'm going to try and get a nice shot into his turret here. Should be able to land that one. I do land that one into the turret of the E100, putting the E100 onto a potential one-shot and putting us onto 7,000 damage. But now the enemies know exactly where I am, so I'm going to try and pull back further, you know, so when they come to my last location, I can then try and get a shot in. Thankfully, the E6 doesn't spot us there. I think obviously where we detected him, he got nervous and pulled back, which is handy. But yeah, the E6 is the problem, because if I didn't low roll that E6 earlier, I'd only be fighting the sharpshooter and even 100 right now. But that is kind of how it is. I think I high rolled a few of the other shots, so it's just how it actually works out in the end. But now I'm in this situation where I'm going to try and just hope that I can outspot them, because I've got a concealment value of like 250 with my current setup, so I'm going to be very stealthy, so I should spot them before they get to me, which would give me an opportunity. Now I want to take out one of the medium tanks. I don't really want to waste my time on the E100 just in case I can't kill him in one shot. I want to make sure I take out a tank to put this back into like a 1v2 rather than a 1v3. at this point, I'm kind of thinking one of the tanks would go and cap out and get on our cap, which would be good for me because then I'd know where one of them is. I was thinking right now that E100 was probably going to do that. But I'm probably close enough to get back that if they do all get on the cap, I've probably got enough time, although it would be a bit of a rush shot to get the reset when I do get there. Looks like the sharpshooting and the E100's come around here. Now, the E100, like I say, is actually a two-shot to us, you know, unless looking at it now, well, unless I really high roll or set them on fire or something. So I don't really want to shoot the E100 because when I fire, they're going to know exactly where I will be. There's also a chance to get detected, but the sharpshoot gets spotted on the one shot, so I will take that kill. I pick up the kill. Now I'm just praying the E100 misses. He does, and I'm trying to stay safe. I think I just bounced the shot, maybe they'll with his small gun. And I'm trying to find this E6. There's the E6. He's looking for getting a shot into us. We just snapped that shot, hoping. Unfortunately, it doesn't pen. If we would have killed that E6 there, then we definitely would have had a good chance of going on and getting the win. But yeah, this is the problem. I'm kind of pinned. I'm thinking E100 is going to start to approach us. So I'm looking to try and get a shot, but also just constantly, I just want that E6 to get you know, greedy and go for the overpeak so I can take him out. Because this is very, very awkward. But we're having a good game. We're on 4 kills, 7,000 damage, and we've got it back down to the 1 versus 2. E6 is just completely gone. So I'm assuming, I'm thinking maybe is he going to come around and go on that ridge at the top and try and get the high ground to lean down and get a shot into me. So I'm trying to just stay. I can't really move really because if I try and run and E6 is in a position I get spotted in the open, I'm definitely going to die. So the E100 has pinned us here. I just have to stay. I don't really see what other option I've got rather than just be patient right now. I think that's pretty much the only thing I can do. The E6 is, like I say, is completely gone. So it could be that the E6 is going to go in the cap circle right now. Now the E100 is not getting spotted either. I'm thinking, has the E100 just gone to go and get in the cap? And I'm thinking maybe now is my time to try and move because I might be able to get out there unspotted. But so I'm being very, very careful. Now something has got into the cap circle. That has got to be the E6 because the E100 wouldn't have got there that quickly. So we know where the E6 is. The E100 I suspect is heading to the cap circle as well to try and draw us in. So I'm going to look up the top of this ridge and hope to see if we can catch the E100 leaving and then maybe get a shot in. There is the E100. Unfortunately, we were just a tiny bit too slow. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm not going to come around on the left because I suspect that's where they're going to be thinking I'm going to come for the reset. I'm going to try and come around on the right hand side because I think I've got enough time to get round to the right and then just hope that they're not looking, and then I'll get the shot in and just take out one of these tanks. Obviously the E6 has all the cap points right now because it was the first tank in there. So that's the tank ideally I need to get the reset on. But I am running out of time, and now I'm thinking if they're not facing me, they're facing the other way, I'm not going to be able to get the kit, I'm not going to be able to get the reset. And annoyingly, there's a disposable cover in my way. I have a heat shell, I can't shoot through it, and I'm thinking I'm not going to get the reset, and then I get the shot. I pick up the kill, but it was the last second, and we just run out. Like I needed a millisecond quicker, and then we probably would have won that game. But that's just how it is. We pick up 5 kills, 7,000 damage. Wasn't able to win that one, but yeah, that's the first replay of the decent defeats, but we've got a second replay to come. Okay, so here we are for the second and final replay of the video on Airfield Ridge. There is 1 enemy artillery in the game and 2 enemy light tanks. Initially, just where I spawned closer to the 1-2 line, and I decided I've got a good opportunity getting there quickly. Maybe quick enough so if the enemy light tank or an enemy medium tank gets overzealous and comes in very, very quickly, I might be able to get a shot in. So I'm going to try and go over to this side rather than play the other side near the ridge. I mean, you could play both sides. Both are very, it's very flexible in this regard because it's got good mobility, good camo. I wouldn't say good armour, but it does have armour, and you can bounce shots off of it. You can bounce shots off of his turret, and considering how much mobility and camo it's got, the armour is good for that. We decided we're going to try and get up into this sort of ridge at the start, just because our light tank has gone forward and spotting, and I thought I might as well see if we can cover our friendly light tank. So we're into a position where we've got 2 bushes in front of us, hoping to give a good chance of not getting detected when we fire. But the light tank is fairly close to us, so it is sort of, 50-50 if we do get detected at the moment, because it is inside our circle. I'm just taking my time because I don't know if I'm going to get spotted when this fires this shot. I really want to hit this shot and slap this light tank. So light tank stops. I think it's going to just drive a little bit forward, and I fluff it, and I fluffed the first shot. Thankfully I didn't get detected, so I haven't completely given away my location. I really want to take out this light tank. He does take a first shot. I'm just waiting and waiting. This time I'm going to just take a bit more time, hit that shot. We damage his engine, picking up our first penetration. He should get taken out for this now, but it looks like he may get away, but I might just be able to pull this shot off and take out this light tank. We do take out the light tank, but then we get detected by this enemy. Well, we get detected for firing at the light tank, and now this E100 has got potential shots at us. We're just going to pull back behind this rock to give us a little bit of cover. Enemy artillery was looking for a shot on, but we managed to evade that. Now, I was going to go for the track wheel, but in the end, this turns into be a bit of a poor shot. I do track him in place, but he just repairs it straight away. And maybe I would have been better off going for the actual damage there. But this time we've got our heat shells, just because we're fighting the E100. It's just going to mean we can guaranteed go for his lower plate or his turret if he's facing towards us. We do pick up a shot on him, picking up our second pen of damage. Looking to try and get another shot into this E100 as he moves over. Unfortunately, we do ricochet that shell. But again, we didn't get detected for it. An E100 is a target we can definitely, it is good for us because he's not likely to spot us, and as well, he's got a lot of hit points for us to eat into. So yeah, it's a fairly even game so far. It's like 11 versus 13. But we're pretty well spread out. We're pretty well spread out. Enemy Jaeger E100 comes around. We're going to try and get a shot in through his superstructure when he stops for a shot. Unfortunately, we get detected there, and I'm just going to try and duck down quickly because I don't want to eat that shot from the Jaeger. Thankfully, I managed to avoid that shot there. Otherwise, I could have lost a lot of hit points there. But we do manage to pick up that third shot, putting us on to just shy of 3,000 damage and just shy of 1,000 assistance. And we've got quite a few targets here in front of us, which we could potentially get shots in. I'm going to try and get back to this position just because I know I've got the leverage to get the shot in. Got the sort of elevation, I should say, to shoot this E100. Looking to get one through his lower plate there, just waiting for him to back up enough. But then he turns, so I just go for his for his turret face instead. But annoyingly, I ricocheted that shell, which is a shame because I could have started to eat away that hit points. And now the E100 is backing sort of right round the corner, so I don't quite have shots unless this E100 actually pokes. We are, if it looks like we're starting to lose the other side towards our base, which is not ideal. So I kind of need to, well, either turn around and defend our base or kill these tanks a little bit quicker. I don't really want to go back to the base straight away because I'm concerned that if I go back to the base and then we lose this side as well before I've killed these tanks, then I'm going to be in the same situation. So I'm thinking I need to actually just get rid of these tanks. Now I can't, I'm just not really getting the shot. So I was thinking there about moving to basically this, the right hand side. There's a ridge here directly in front of us, a little mountain, and we should be able to, where those tanks are positioned, we should be able to lean up on this mountain here at like sort of JK1 and just lean over and get the shots in, because that should be in a good position to be able to do that. It is still a close game, but it looks like we've lost the other side. We have one tank over there, and that's pretty much the only tank defending our base at the moment. So I need to get a move on and getting rid of these tanks if I'm going to have an opportunity to get back. Looking to try and get a shot into these tanks here. We should be able to pen the E100 here. Trying to aim the shot. Trying to go through his lower plate here. Just waiting. I don't want the shot because I'm firing heat to get absorbed into his tracks. We do land the shot and we put some about 3,500 damage. Enemy Yagyu E.19 is coming for us. We're going to try and get a shot into this tank through the lower plate. We do pick up the shot. We do get detected for that. So I'm just going to try and get back into cover and lose our spot. We have now, it's still very even. It's still in like an 8 versus 8. So still a very close game. We managed to get about 4,000 damage and 2 kills. We can see if we can try and get a shot into this E.19, putting them onto a one-shot to us. It's just backing up. Hopefully we can get this shot in through a structure there. We do, putting them onto a one-shot, putting us onto about 4,500 damage. And yeah, at this point I'm thinking I should be able to kill these tanks quickly enough, because you see we've got like 4, well, including me, we've got 5 tanks versus these like 2 tanks here. Kind of just need our my tanks just to go in now in this 58 heavy so that we can go back and defend the base. I'm trying to hope that I can get high enough up here to just shoot this, go through the turret of this enemy type 58 heavy. Should be able to pen this. We do pen that, putting us into about 5,600 damage. I'm fully expecting our tanks just to go in and take care of this now, but that's not really happening. So I don't know if there's something covering this tank or they're just being a little bit scared. But this 58 really, it's got like a 7.5 second interclip. So I know it's got 750 alpha, but between our 2 tanks there, they should be able to deal with him. Looking to see if we can get the finish here. I have the smallest of shots. He backs up. I try and get the shot. But now I'm just going to have to move in and just deal with this tank, because we have now lost the base. And I want to try and get back to defend that base. And I don't want our tanks to lose any more time killing this enemy 58 heavy here, because we are starting to lose ground. We're now in a 5 versus 7. We've got 1 enemy artillery piece, but I expect he's going to get taken out soon. Looking to try and get the kill shot in there. We do squeeze the kill. We do get detected for that, but we pick up our 4th kill, and now I just want to try and get out of here, go back to the base, and try and defend those enemy tanks, destroyers coming back, to deal with that. I don't know how much hit points I have. There's the enemy Chinese tank destroyer. We're looking to try and get into position to shoot this tank. I thought about maybe going back up onto this ridge and trying to get a shot when he goes in for our heavy here. See if we can cover our heavy. Should be able to squeeze in a shot into this tank here. So we don't fully aim the shell, and annoyingly that bounces, which is a real nuisance, because that would have put him onto a potential, well, one shot to us. And would have helped us out quite nicely, because we're now into a 3 versus 6. And I'm thinking this is not good, because the enemy team still have an artillery piece in the game as well. So we do get detected. The artillery is definitely going to be, trying to look for shots in. Thankfully, I still have all my hit points to play with. It's definitely going to help us out towards this end game, because it means we can eat shots in order to trade for our 850 alpha. I'm looking to try and get rid of this Chinese tank destroyer, because I know it's around here somewhat. It's pretty slow. There's no way he's going to be able to run completely from this position, because, like I say, he's not very quick. So I'm hoping to be able to catch him out. I do get detected, and it was the enemy light tank who's a one-shot. Now, this is not what I want, because that means the tank destroyer is probably covering that light tank, so I can't go over onto the light tank. But now I'm getting focused, aimed at by the enemy artillery piece. So I can't really stay still either, otherwise the artillery is going to have a very, very easy shot onto us. So I need to be careful, because I'm trying to avoid the artillery shot. Looks like the light tank's going to come in on us though, which I'm quite pleased with, because I managed to take him out. He was obviously hoping that I had my turret looking that way. Thankfully I did. We take him out. Now the enemy Chinese tank destroyer is looking for a shot. I'm thinking about trading a shot here and just landing this shot to take care of it quickly. But I don't know if there's any tanks covering the Chinese tank destroyer. That's my main problem. We do eat a shot, but we go 1 for 1, and obviously I've got the bigger alpha. That puts him onto a one-shot to us, but he's obviously going to have to better reload Venice, and the artillery is looking to kill us. Now, this is what I'm really concerned about. That artillery is just making it very, very awkward. And then we miss that shot. We trade the shot, which means we're now on a one-shot, but I don't manage to land my shot, and that is... At this point, I think that's cost me. I think this is over for me, because I think the Chinese tank is going to be able to lean in and get the kill on us, or the artillery is going to be able to take us out. It just landed a splash shot into us. I do have a friendly tank destroyer coming behind this tank though, and I'm hoping he's going to be able to take him out quickly. He does. A friendly Death Star takes him out. Now I've just got to avoid the artillery shells because I'm on a 260 hit points. The artillery can probably splash me and kill us there. We're having 5 kills, 7,000 damage. There's 4 enemy tanks remaining, which all 3 of them are here, and then the artillery is covering them. So at least I know where they all are now. I'm now trying to get myself into a position so I can create 2 angles with our friendly Death Star. I want to be in a position that if they push our Death Star now, I can try and cover our Death Star and help them out as best as I possibly can, because I think they're definitely going to be pushing them here. I'm very, very concerned when I get detected the artillery can shoot us. Looking to see if we can get a shot into this enemy heavy tank here. We wait, we try and aim the shell, and then I completely messed that shell up, and I think I hit the wreck, which is a real problem because it was actually a one-shot tank we could have taken out. And now I think I'm probably going to lose because I think the artillery is just going to take us out. We missed 1 shell of the artillery. Our friendly Death Star gets taken out. I mean, we're not going to give up. We're going to give it our all to try and win. I just really suspect the enemy artillery piece is just going to be able to take us out. There is 2 one-shots. This enemy E4 and this enemy Jaeger is a one-shot to us. Maybe we can take out one of those. I just think it's a matter of time until the artillery manages to land a shot here. But I can't go anywhere other than this. Apart from rock backwards and forwards, that's pretty much all I can do to avoid the artillery shell. I've just got to hope he misses. I'm also trying to keep an angle to protect myself getting shot by these tanks. I'm getting myself in a position where I am hold down. Obviously, the Jaeger and the other tank basically don't, are turret locked, the E4, so they're going to have to come round on us to get a shot. That may give us an opportunity. Artillery missed the shot. I should be able to take out this enemy E3. I do take out the E3, putting this on to 6 kills, just shy of 8,000 damage, but the artillery is continuously going for us. This enemy heavy tank should just come straight round and kill us now because he can eat a shell. So while he's driving back, he didn't really need to do that, but then the artillery takes us out and brings us an end to that game, which is a real shame. But we did what we could, and we still have a good game, even though it was a defeat. We do manage to pick up 8,000 damage, 6 kills, and 1,000 assistance, and that brings us an end to the video there. So thank you so much for your support, and as always, happy tanking.